Hi everybody, it's Kathy here and I'm playing along with May I Scraplift You, and of course I'm behind, but that's okay. As Crystal Barrett says, any time it goes up is a great time. So this one is Tisa Brown Creates, and that layout just grabbed my attention as soon as I saw it. Now I do not have a cut file like she did, but I do have this die cut that is like an Instax. And so that is what I've done to prepare that frame that she had in hers. And I just love this. I have put up my frame around my layout. And this paper here, you can see, I don't know if you can tell, is cameras on the background. And that is from the Scrapbooking Coach. And I have gone ahead and pre-matted these two filtered photos of two of my daughters. They were fooling around one night, and they were using, I think they said it was Messenger ones, I'm not too sure, and they sent me the photos. So of course, once they send me photos, they're mine to scrap. That's what I keep telling them. So I prepared all of these little Instax frames, and how I did that was I die cut the coloured pieces and then I matted them on black and I cut them out individually from there. So I'm just going to layer them up somewhat like the cut file that Tisa has on hers, and I'm just laying them haphazardly so they look like they are linked and all part of the one frame. Now I do need to move them around to fit them all on. I think I actually have one more frame than she does on hers, but that's okay. I just loved the whole concept when I saw it. I thought, what a great idea. So I knew exactly the photos I wanted to put on it as soon as I saw it. So I went ahead and that's what I've done. So I'm just fiddling around now, making sure that colours are balanced, making sure that the frames are in place. Once I've done that, I can then go and glue them into place. Now, I am using my Nuvo Deluxe glue here, and I'm just popping them down. I'm making sure that they tuck in under each other and go over the top of each other so that they do look like a cut file, and it looks like they have been cut that way. It's a little bit of a strategy, but I love how this is coming together. It's so cute. This frame came fortuitously in time. Thank you, Scrapbook Coach. It was part of her kit that I got, and I just love it. I know that this is going to become a very, very popular, very well-loved metal die that I'm going to use over and over again, no doubt. Now, I'm just layering these up haphazardly. I'm doing them all over the place. I'm making sure that they link in. I want some going in and under and over. Glue them down in place. Looks like they're all joined as one unit, which is what I wanted to achieve. And I just love the overall effect. How cute does this look? So it just goes to show that if you do see a cut file and you have a similar die, you can create that overall visual representation that you see when you scrap lift. Now, Crystal Barrett puts this together every May. Pineapple Papers, she's known on her socials. And this is just a fun way of getting creative with all the guesswork taken out. I love scraplifting, and it really is a great way of removing that what am I going to do next from your scrapbooking. It allows you to get pages into your albums, and it allows you to get creative with somebody else's thought pattern. You start with their idea and you then make it yours. So I've just got all of these little snippets that I'm adding onto my layout so that it is similar yet mine. Her cut file, of course, had all the cutouts in the frames in the black, like the cutout of the overall framing. But I've got these little quotes from a Simple Stories mini pad, and they're things like our journey, love this, hello, those sorts of things. And so it's just reflective and a little bit of fun. It says hello and chill out, our journey, and there's a little heart, and then it says snapshot over there to the right with the little camera. And I just love how this all works together. So I'm going to glue those down now that I'm happy with the order that I'm putting them in. And as you can see, some of the, like the camera and that phrase over there to the left on the left-hand photo, I put on foam tape to give it some dimension. And these I'm putting down nice and flat into the frame. And look at that, it just is a simple concept, but looks so good. Now, of course, my photos are bigger than her photo, but that's okay. That shows you where I've moved it and adapted it for my own needs. But the whole concept is still the same with that cut filey type event with those mini Instax frames. Now, I was contemplating putting on stickers for this to build it up. I then was going to put on those enamel dots there from that set, but I realised no, they weren't exactly what I wanted. And then I knew I had another set on my desk, so I just had to look for them. So I found them, knocking everything over because I found where they all were. And they are there. I think they're Chamel actually. And they're the colours that I wanted because they reflect the colours in the frames. So I'm going to put little hearts where she had her little enamel fixtures, and I'm going to have hearts and diamonds. Well, they're squares, but I'm going to turn them on the side to be diamonds. I'm going to have a couple of hearts on the little Instax frames to balance it out. And as I said, the colours were perfect for this as it picked up the frame colours, as you can see here. So I'm just building those little enamel clusters, and I'm just loving the overall effect. I just get really excited when a layout comes together, when an idea that you think you can do just springs to life on your page. Do you get the same feeling? Do you like that when you have an idea and then you start working on it and it actually turns out the way you think it's going to turn out? I always think that that's an exciting achievement when that happens, and I get a little bit of a buzz when another set of photos is recorded and looks really, really cool on the layout. Now, I'm just going to stick that down. As with all enamel things, they tend to lose their stickiness, so I will put glue in under them after I've completed the layout because I don't want them to come off in the future or when they're in the album. And they are all in the colours of those papers that I choose. Every single one of those papers there are from my scrap pile, and they just match the photos and just bring this layout to life. So I'm just going to add one more thing to it, and that's just the year that these photos were taken. Would you believe one of those girls is 28 and the other is 27? They are getting so older, and I'm feeling ancient now as their mum. All right, so there's how it has all come together. Look at that. It's just so cute. I love how this turned out. It is a great, great layout, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to scrap lift this one. So thank you, Teaser Creates. I love, love, love Teaser Brown. I'll have all her details in my description box down below, along with all of the people who are playing along with the playlist. Go check them out. There's a different one every day. Some people are playing along with Crystal's list. Other people are putting their own list together, and it's really great fun to see what other people are inspired by and how creative they are when they do a scrap lift. So I thank you once again for watching, everybody. I hope I'm inspiring you to do great things. If I am, give me a thumbs up. YouTube really does love it when you give me those thumbs up. Also, you can follow me on Facebook. Don't forget, Kathy Loves to Scrap. You can find me on all my socials under that. Happy scrapping, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Here's my next video for you, and I'll see you there real soon.